Welcome to the Warframe Weekly Reset for August 24th to 31st. Let's log in, and first and foremost, I do believe we get Caliban Prime on Tuesday, everybody. If we go over to the news here, we can see it, surprisingly, Caliban Prime Access coming August 26th, as well as Tenogen Factions available August 26th, but more importantly, is Caliban Prime Access. So if you end up farming Caliban Prime naturally, good job. Or if you end up buying Caliban Prime Access using any of your money, anything like that, congratulations and congrats. If you ever want to support the channel, you can use Epic Games creator code Pupsker if you ever buy it on the Epic Games Store. But other than that, grats. Caliban Prime should be a fun, good Warframe. Other than that, there's not a ton of news. We're just chilling in Warframe for a while, right? There's not even a dev stream, I think, this month. So in case, like, if there is, then I'll let y'all know. But for now, there's no dev stream or anything. And I don't think there is going to be until next month. Either way, for the Archon hunt, we do have Subdue Archon Amar, which is a Tau Forged Archon Shard Red. So that shouldn't be too bad, because you have to do an extermination, easy, defense. And since it's just an Archon hunt, a defense here isn't really too bad. And then finally you have the showdown, so it really shouldn't take that long. It's just the defense missions can be really annoying for ETA and EDA because of how easily things get like nuked, but it's not too bad for Archon hunts. So yeah, that's not too bad starting off. Next, but certainly probably the most important, is Incarnon weapons on the circuit. We have Brunt Incarnon, Soma Incarnon, Vasto Incarnon, Nami Solo Incarnon, and Burston Incarnon. I would say definitely pick up the Burston Incarnon, probably everyone's favorite. I did make a video, if anyone wants to go check it out, going over the Burston Incarnon Prime, or Burston Prime Incarnon. Absolutely amazing weapon. It has its own augment mod as well to make it shoot faster, so yeah, I would totally recommend people pick that up. Nami Solo, also just a good weapon in general if you want a strong melee weapon, but there's nothing super special about it in that regard. The Vasto Incarnon is pretty interesting. I think it shoots into like a rapid empty, a full magazine. Crap, I can't really remember how this weapon itself shoots. I think it's like a forward AoE, but I might be getting that confused with other weapons. I do believe it's a pretty strong weapon. I just haven't used it or built it up myself enough to actually have a good opinion on it, but hey, maybe soon enough. But the Vasto is it's an interesting weapon. The Soma, it just pretty much turns the Soma into a stronger Soma, right? Gain increased status chance and multi-shot while slowing fire rate. Turns it into kind of like a Soma shotgun, if you think of it like that, but not really a shotgun. And then you have like with armor or on slash status skill, so kind of weak. And it doesn't gain huge buffs, but it is still decent, right? Because at the end here, you can increase base critical damage multiplier, or you could throw on Fatal Affliction if you want kind of like a condition overload ability on it. But they are still more mid compared to like Burst. And then you have the Brunt, which is a little fun. Awaken this weapon's ability to send forth a spectral axe during aerial slide attack in Incarnon form. While I think it's fun, I don't know if it's like the best thing out there, but it's still a pretty strong weapon because you always get your 100% melee attack boost. You get some increased base damage boost over there. Right, and then you get a range increase. I always love melees that give range increase. That on the Nami Solo is probably why you might want to pick up the Nami Solo though over the Brunt. You get a +3 range increase from just making it Incarnon form, and that one does not. So yeah, but you still do get a good increased base crit chance and like base crit status if you want. Either way, all of these weapons are decent enough. I would definitely just say like Burston's probably my go-to gun out of any of these by far. And if I would go for a melee, it's definitely the Nami Solo. But all of these other weapons are good. Pick whatever you have and then go from there. You can always choose Riven mods, I think, if you've gone through the rotation and have completed it properly before. So you can always do that. And remember to check out Iron Wake if you want like more Rivens, because Iron Wake's like a weekly Riven purchase. Get some items from there. Nothing really too big. So hey, let's go on to the Warframe farm for the circuit. The base Warframe farm for the circuit this week is Excalibur, Trinity, and Ember. And luckily, I actually think all of these are really easy to farm. Excalibur is just straight up Lieutenant Lech Krill. You do have to actually unlock that on Mars and stuff, but it's just a base fight and it doesn't really take long. So definitely a very easy Warframe to get from there. And I think all of the parts to create Excalibur are like really easy to get. They're just basic as hell. The same I do believe goes for Trinity, but she is available from the Hades Pluto Ambulus assassination, so might take a little bit of time compared to the others. But last but not least is Ember. Again, all of them are easy to farm this week. She is yeah, General Sargus, Ruck, Tethys, Saturn, and then you can get their base blueprints from the market for all of these Warframes. So I don't think any of them are terrible. Legitimately pick whichever one you feel like playing. In order of popularity, I think it's Excalibur, Ember, Trinity. So maybe think about that. But as always, just farm whichever ones you don't have and then go from there. Because luckily these are all really easy to farm Warframes and shouldn't really take you too long. So let's go on to Nightwave right now. If you don't know, Nightwave and Warframe, it's now been going on for a little bit, but you still have a lot of time. There's no known end date to Nightwave or anything like that. So now we're here right now. Either way, so this is the weekly reset. Remember to try to finish it up and everything to get that sweet Zaku Ryu skin, and then you'll probably be good. This week we have to, oh shit, kill Exploiter Orb. No, that sucks. Exploiter Orb and like Profit Taker, those type of monsters just take a little bit of time. Exploiter Orb is endgame Spider on Fortuna, and it's one of the more annoying farms because you actually have to build up to it. Either way, then you have complete different Steel Path missions, kill Eximus, complete missions, right, the regular weeklies, while piloting a hijacked cruise ship, destroy 3 enemy railjacks. Nice, nice. We have defeat the Aura Worm. Yeah, good shit. And then just regular like dailies, radiation, only a melee equip. Nothing really difficult there. From that, we have the mods, which are Brainstorm, Grakata. Okay, headshot efficiency. Well, ammo efficiency on headshot. Not really caring too much about that. Combat reload on the Tigris, okay. Deadeye Aura, deadly maneuvers for the Magnus. Now that one's actually like bigger damage, but I still don't really care about any of those myself. Dreamer's Bond, holster amp, pistol scavenger. Okay, okay. Prism Guard. Oh, no, now that's great. Prism Guard's actually great. If you don't have this, if you haven't picked it up from any of the factions, then definitely want to pick that up. We have Purging Slash on Excalibur, and then we have Purifying Flames on Ember. Last but not least, Shotgun Scavenger. I don't think there's actually any mods here which are amazing, and people are really hyped for, but like maybe Deadly Maneuvers is the coolest out of all of those ones, and then these are just good to have for sure. Pick up all of the mods that you don't have though, because yeah, you're definitely going to want them. Next, we have all of the cosmetics here, so just try to take a quick look, decide if there's any of these that you want to pick up for the week, if you plan to run a lot of Nightwave stuff, and if you have like excess credits for Nightwave, because, you know, once you get to the max level of Nightwave, you just keep getting credits at a much faster rate. And last but not least is the MISC, which does include Plasma, Pangolin, and Heat Sword. All pretty decent, Heat Sword probably being the outright better one of these, but like, not really. They're all MR fodder, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. But like, they're all like slash weapon, right? Slash weapon, and then you have electricity slash weapon. Oh yeah, maybe Plasma Sword's the blueprint. Yeah, Plasma Sword's the best at all these technically, but they're MR 3 and 4 weapons. So as always, I just tend to use Nightwave for Nitane Extract because this is the single easiest place to get that. There's a harder farm for it, but just buy Nitane here, or Orkin Catalyst and Reactors if you haven't bought enough of those. Nightwave is your saving grace to being able to farm up a lot of those. So yeah, that's Nightwave for the week. Let's go on over to Warframe 1999, seasonal weekly, and everything over here. Whoops, Drippy couldn't find that. Drippy? Drippy can't find the weekly? Oh no, whoops, Drippy couldn't find that for me. Okay, so the weekly map is like a little bugged out. Let me reload the session and then see if it fixes itself. Okay, looks like the Warframe 1999 weekly reset schedule is just straight up broken right now for everyone. So maybe I'll have a second video quickly going over it, but maybe not. It's hard to say. But the Warframe 1999 seasonal weekly is currently broken. So let me know what you think about that, everyone. Friggin' womp womp there. Continuing on past that, though, we can still take a look at your boy, the Burb, right? And we can take a look at Elite Deep Archimedea on the Sanctum Anatomica, but hey, I guess it just sucks that we don't get Warframe 1999 weeklies this week. Expect Warframe to fix it on Monday with like a quick hot fix, or it's gonna fix maybe Tuesday with Caliban Prime releasing. Cannot change loadouts, only one loadout available. Okay, good bug. Or maybe it'll just end up fixing it a little bit and we'll have to do the 1999 at the end of the video. We'll find out. So if we quickly take a look at shiny treasures, it is a yellow amber Archon shard. I cannot speak, but there you go. Thank you, Bird 3. You are a beautiful little burb, and I would ride you as a mount into battle. Okay, my battle pigeon. Next up, if we take a look at Elite Deep Archimedea, the defense mission, I swear to God, is just the absolute worst for Elite Deep Archimedea. Mirror defense might be just terrible, though. It is terrible. Mirror defenses, yeah. Anyways, security system requires twice as many Vosphine glyphs to activate. That's not terrible. Enemies deal negative 15 damage, take more damage, gain more movement speed, attack speed. Okay. Slow moving mortal do very limited strain, health, and energy on allies who get too close. So that's not the worst. Sorry, the mirror defense last week was just so terrible, and it was just triggering. Either way. I was just having a moment where I was like, mirror defense isn't defense, right? No, yeah, don't worry about it. Now, activating an ability inflicts 50 damage upon you. Unfortunate. Negative 50% melee combo chance. That one doesn't matter much. Gear cannot be used. Ooh, huge nerfs. And then ability duration reduced 50%. Oh, that also sucks. The survival, though, hostile support. Life support tower delivery system is disabled. Necromat spawn every 90 seconds. Drop 6 life support modules when killed. I don't think that's the worst. You just definitely have to kill them off. All enemies have overguard equal to 50% of their max health. Oh, actually, those two together, though, definitely suck. And then slain enemies burst with void energy. Oh, yeah, you'll just take a lot of damage. We already went over the mirror defense, and while it doesn't sound like it's the worst, it still sounds like it's a pain in the ass. So, yep. And then we have the disruption of enemies can target and destroy conduits. That does suck. That one's actually the worst. Fuck. No, this is a shitty week for our EDA. I'm sorry, everyone. Entanglement. Allies within 4 meters of slain enemies endure reduced movement speed and parkour velocity. And then rupturing fragments replace shuffling fragments. Okay, yeah, well, I don't think this one's the worst one. It's actually still a big pain in the butt. Mirror defense just sucks, okay? The enemies can just one-shot the mirror defense target sometimes if you look away for like a fraction of a second. I swear to God, this game hates us. It's so evil. But other than that, like, none of this is too bad. I definitely use Araxia out of all of these and then go from there. But if you choose to do EDA, have fun, everybody. We'll continue on and go take a look at Teshin on Steel Path. If you don't know, Teshin for Steel Path is available on any general relay in Warframe, so we're just gonna go to the Earth Strider relay and then take a look from there. Last week was Umbra Forma week, so this week is gonna be definitely a little calmer, so let's take a look. Yeah, so your boy Teshin, as we know, the Steel Path of Honor shop this week is pretty calm with, it's literally just a veiled riven cipher and extra kuva to buy. So you can buy 50,000 kuva, which honestly is not even that bad. So I'd definitely pick that up if you need it. But as always, like the veiled riven cipher, you can get your 10,000s of kuva. You should still be able to buy your relic pack. So not a big week in Teshin, pretty minimal overall. But hey, it kind of is what it is. So let's take a look at quickly Acrithis on the Zeraman, and then we'll finish it off with Elite Temporal Archimedea. And if Warframe 99 Seasonal Weekly is still broken, it is just still broken. So, yeah. Yeah. Cool. Let's take a look, see what Acrithis actually has with the Enigma Archives. Nope, not what we were looking for. The Browse Wares. There we go. Oh, crap. She's actually, like, chock full of rivens today. Form a blueprint and, like, some kuva. Pretty negligible. Primary Exhilarate is actually probably something I should grab just to have it right now. I think I have enough to level it. But yeah, Rifle Riven mod, Melee Riven mod, and Companion Weapon Riven mod. It's actually kind of annoying and hard to get Companion Weapon Riven mods, so you might want to think about picking that one up. I do have a lot of Pathos Clamps from the Warframe Duviri event, so I'm good for a while. But other than that, it's some pretty normal loot. Get the scenes if you need. It's just the Companion Weapon Riven mod's like the only rare, I'd say, Riven mod. Hard to get them these days, or just in general. Because, yeah, the game doesn't have many drop sources for those, so keep that in mind. Not a big deal either way. But companion weapon rivens, if you get them set up, are pretty insane, as you might understand. So, yeah, you'll do a lot of damage either way. Now, let's go back, take a look at Elite Temporal Archimedea, quickly check one more time to actually see if Warframe 1999 seasonal weeklies are now working, but if not, Warframe just kind of borked the game. Yeah, Drippy broke, so rip Warframe 1999 weeklies, man. I'll message out once we finish off the weekly reset, but that actually really sucks. Proto frames into Kaya Velasco and Temporal Archimedea. Undersupply, max ammo on all weapons reduced by 75%. Okay, that one does suck. You try to use an Incarnon if you can, but like that totally does suck. Ability duration reduced by 50%. Oh my god, they just don't want you to be able to do anything this week. Casting an ability reduces armor by 10%, 10 seconds. Duration of negative status effects is tripled. Damn. This one, yeah, this one might be a little bit of a pain in the ass for sure. If you don't have like good Warframes or anything, you might just be screwed. Nezha is probably going to be my go-to on this one. Galaxian Vandal. Oh, the mighty Kuvasir! Hell yeah, buddy. Hell yeah, brother. It's our week. And then we have, oh, nothing good here for me. These are unique to your account, but yeah. Legasite Harvest, which has Mitosis. 2 Legasites can spawn each round, and twice as many captures are needed for success. That just means like 2 people follow one, 2 people follow the other, or everyone just tries to nuke one down. Either way, it's not actually as bad usually. Myopic Munitions. Enemies only take damage if a player is within 15 meters of them. Oh, that one does suck though. That means you just have to be close to everybody no matter what. Yeah, no, that sucks. Entanglement. Allies within 4 meters of slain enemies endure reduced movement speed and parkour velocity. Okay, hell yeah. I can fuck with that. Could be worse, but like everyone's so close together. So it's no matter what. Yeah, that sucks. That just sucks. Now, noise suppression. This is a defense mission. Huge pain. Drones fly above flare, spraying them with a Fevron gas. RIP. Okay, dang it, Temple. All enemies are replaced with Scaldra and move much faster. That also kind of sucks. Competitive streak. Random negative penalties from Mimir and Aui's face-off mode will be applied throughout the mission. Yay! We're gonna get beat up a little. And then the assassination. Reinforcements will arrive during the fight. First Scaldra, then Techrot. I think that one's actually good, because then you can have some enemies to beat up, and it helps you out survival and whatnot, and like you can get their drops for ammo, so might actually help. Plus, you can use gear, so remember that. You can spawn in your different type of, God, Vespers? The AI enemies. I just can't think. Specters, that's the word, not Vesper. On-call crew, you can use ammo blocks, etc. and so forth. Anyways, enemies deal negative 50% damage, take 15% damage, but gain 15% movement speed, attack speed, and fire rate. And then lastly, heavy warfare. Enemies take 95% less damage from non-heavy weapons. Enemies will drop heavy ammo packs, and heavy weapon recall time reduced to 5 seconds. So this one just really sucks and it's a pain. You're going to use your gear, and you're going to want to whip out your heavy like Mossalon or your heavy arc gun and whatnot, and you're going to want to use it for this mission, or else you're going to have a terrible time. 95% damage reduction on enemies. Yeah, it's not fun, and you're not going to actively enjoy that. So just make sure you whip out your gear weapon. Make sure you whip out your... I just use the Mossalon, so as long as you use that, shoot at the boss, you'll probably be okay. I don't imagine you'll die, okay? Either way, that is this week in Warframe, with Warframe 1999 Seasonal Weekly just not working. So kind of an unfortunate thing there, but other than that, it's a calm week with Caliban Prime Tuesday. I should be streaming most days over at Twitch, and when I'm not live, there will be 24/7 Warframe or sometimes other game reruns, so check it out. Give me a Twitch Prime or a regular follow there, all that jazz, you know. You can always comment, sub, like on Twitch, YouTube, and all the other socials, you know. Feed the sweet YouTube algorithm by commenting and liking. Other than that, I do have an Epic Games creator code Pupsker. If you ever buy anything on the Epic Games Store and use the Epic Games creator code Pupsker, it helps directly support me. So thank you all. Sucks that Warframe 1999 Seasonal is broken this week, but it is what it is. So I'll see you for Caliban Prime at least on Tuesday. Cheers.